Hello! Hi everyone, I'm Jenna with Brown Dog Craft Company. I'm coming to you live from Hudson, Wisconsin today. Today is Tuesday, June 4th. It is 8 p.m. Central, and we are here for the Full of Life Fun Fold class. So this is actually May's Fun Fold class, even though it's June. This is the Fun Fold class for May. So we're a little bit late, so thanks for understanding and pushing class out a little bit. We are going to make 3 cards tonight using Full of Life along with the Pocket Thoughts dies. So the Pocket Thoughts dies is actually what makes this the Fun Fold. So I'll show you all of the things we're going to use today. The Pocket Thoughts dies are really cute. They have 3 different size pockets. So the smallest, or the medium sized one will fit a gift card. So as you're joining, say hello. Hi, Christina. Welcome. Glad to have you here. As you're joining, say hello in the chat and where you're joining from. Let's see. What have we done since last class? I think we've had a showcase. That was Saturday, if I remember correctly. So this showcase showed off all of June's card classes and the cards for those classes. And I'll show you those briefly here. And then there was something else I was going to tell you. There is a promotion going on right now. I believe all the bundles are from Stampin' Up are 10% off. And I believe that goes through June. So the starter kit special ended back in May, and now the bundles are for 10% off. So let me pull up the live here. It's storming here, which is, it seems to be a theme lately. When I'm doing class, it wants to storm. So I hope the power stays on and nothing bad happens to us while we're doing class today. So I'll flip the camera. I wanted to show you just a little bit about what we are doing. Hi Jean, welcome. I'll show you a little bit about what we're doing the rest of the month of June, and I wanted to talk about summer stamp camp. So let me flip my camera. Okay, so here's the flyer for summer stamp camp. It's coming up. It's August 3rd if you're attending in person. It's here in Hudson, Wisconsin, and it's going to be at a hotel right downtown Hudson here. Otherwise, if you live far away, you can do an online option. So the online option will be a box will be shipped to you after class and after the in-person event on August 3rd, and then we'll put together the cards on like a YouTube unlisted class. So it's going to be probably 4 cards and 4 projects. So it'll be probably 4 different bundles, and each bundle will have a card and a project. I haven't designed them yet. That's next. That's what's being designed next. So those are coming. And the cost is $115. There'll be prize patrol. If you're in person, we'll do lunch. You'll get a goodie bag filled with about $60 of value of Stampin' Up! Products. You'll get an attendance gift, and there will be creative demonstrations if you're live, if you're here in person. So the creative demonstrations will not be filmed, but we'll do them if you are in person. Okay, so if you want to sign up for that, there's more information on my website. Let me pull up my comments here. Christina says, do you craft in your basement? We have basements in Ohio, but Georgia doesn't have many. I like basements because we always get tornado warnings. Yes, I do craft in my basement. So my craft room is in the basement. And honestly, I don't even know what the weather is outside when I'm down here. So, like there have been times that I will go upstairs like to let Milo out or do whatever, and it'll be like a torrential downpour or like some crazy thunderstorm going on, and I have no idea because I've been down here and I can't hear it, I can't see it, I have no idea what's going on. So I guess if there were a tornado or something, I'd be safe, right? Because I'm already down here. So, yeah, the kids usually are right above me, so that's where they are now. They're watching Finding Nemo, I think, is what they're watching today. They actually did it backwards. They watched Finding Dory a couple nights ago, and now they want to watch Finding Nemo. And I'm like, you're supposed to do it the other way around, but they don't care. Hi, Jennifer. Welcome. Yeah, they don't care which order they do things in. So now that it's summer, they get to stay up late, especially when I do class on these nights. They really like it. They think it's great that they get to stay up and be big. So that's what, yeah, I'm in the basement, and I have no idea what's going on upstairs when I'm down here. So yeah, right, exactly, Christina. Safe. Hi, Angelique. So, okay, I want to show you quick. So tonight we're making 3 cards, and they're set over to the side. I'll grab them in just a second. Then we have class again. It's on a Saturday in a couple of weeks, and that's this monthly subscription class. And I showed these on the showcase, but I'll just show them quickly here. This one's a shaker. This one's cute. You make 3 of each of these, so you make 9 cards total when you get these kits. I'm kitting these up as we speak, so if you want these, let me know. If you do a 6-month subscription, it's $45 per month, and you get a half-off bundle at month 6 as a thank you for me. Otherwise, they're $55 if you just want the kit once. So totally up to you, however you want to do it. That uses Bright Skies. Then we'll have Friendly Fins, and all of these are going to be shakers. They're going to be faker shakers. And all of the pieces are currently sitting in my mailbox to go, like the shaker pieces that are going to go in here. This one's going to have little orange clownfish, like from, like Nemo. So they'll be, I guess it'll be a Finding Nemo themed card on accident. So the shaker pieces are all in my mailbox right now, but I don't want to go get them because it's like a torrential downpour right now outside. So it's going to sit there until tomorrow. Oh, thanks, Christina. I appreciate that. This one will be a faker shaker too. It's going to have little teal like sprinkles in there. I want to call them jimmies because that's what they're called in baking. Those little teal, they're like little round, not round, like little oval rectangle type sprinkles. That's what's going to be in here, just not the baking kind. They're made out of clay. So, and then this one will have the teal ones too. So these will all be faker shakers. So they'll, the shaker material goes in this envelope here. So this is 3 cards, it's $25. So if you want to make these, it uses Friendly Fins. Then we'll get into our Let's Craft card class, which is 3 cards from 3 different sets. And this class is $22. So this one will feature Bistro Burger. And get the camera to focus, and we'll color this. So if you don't have this set, hi Andrea, welcome. So if you don't have this set, you'll just want to know what you're going to stamp and die cut right here. Okay, so like this will be die cut for you, and this is die cut, and this, so, and the knife. So you just have to know what you're going to put right here if you don't have this set. Okay, and then a pickle on the inside. This one uses Stay Tuned. You also don't need the stamp set for this. You can stamp anything you want here. You've made me want this bundle. Jennifer, do you mean the Friendly Fins one or the Bistro Burger? I love Friendly Fins. I think it's adorable. Okay, so these will be die cut for you. And then this one is using Gone Fishing. And yes, just, he's floating. He will not be floating. I stamped him too high, but I didn't want to remake the card. So when we make the card for class, we need to stamp him down some. So this uses Gone Fishing, which is a carryover, and this little guy right here is from Charming Duck Pond, which is new. And yeah, Jennifer says Friendly Fins. It's super cute. Jennifer, they're layering stamps, and so you could layer them, like they're 2-step stamping, or you can color them in with your blends, but they're really cute. Hi Karen, welcome. And then this sun is from Bright Skies. Okay, so we're gonna stamp him lower, and that sun is from Bright Skies. But the this piece will come die cut for you. Okay, so you don't have to have this set. You will stamp something to put in here, but you could stamp whatever you want, I guess. Okay, so that's the Let's Craft card class. It's $22. And then, oh, we forgot about the bundle class. The bundle class is ready to ship out. So this will be the 15th. I think I said the monthly class with Bright Skies is next. I don't think it is. I think this one is first. So this uses citrus blooms, Mediterranean blooms. It's really pretty. and it has some really fun dies that are unique. Okay, so you wouldn't necessarily need to have this set. You'll just want something, some sort of image. We're going to use the colored pencils for that one. Here's the 4th card. Yours will open like this, not sideways. This will cut out with the DSP, and then this we colored. So you'll need something to stamp in color here. Right, Jennifer, now I have to buy more product. Yeah, I know, I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I have the same problem. I watch people, and then I'm like I'll see something in the catalog, and I'm like, I don't need that. You know, I'm fine without that. And then I'll see someone else make something with it, and I'm like, aw, I have to have that. I can't go without it. So, okay, what else? We have 2 coffee and card classes coming up. The first installment, actually. So with the Take to the Sky is one of them. It's called Coffee and Cards Take to the Sky. It's $45. You're going to get an entire brand new package of these industrial trinkets. They're really fun, and they stick to your card with glue. Like, they're really heavy, but they do stick with glue. And we're going to make 5 cards. Now, this one, which I showed on the showcase too, you'll have to pretend that this is a full card front. This piece will be a full card front when it comes in the kit. Okay, so it like stands up. Okay, so this will be die cut for you. The plain will be, but you'll have to stamp your clouds. Okay, and then this will be the next card. And this is actually wild wheat, if you believe it. Okay, and this one. So we're going to do some watercoloring. So you'll get watercolor paper, and I'll show you how to watercolor. I'm going to watercolor with my re-inkers, and in my showcase I said I was going to show you the re-inkers, and then I never did. So I'll show you now. I have them right here. If you don't have re-inkers, you can watercolor with Becky, is it stopping and starting? Is it cutting out really bad? Let me know if the video's cutting out, guys. You can watercolor with your ink pads also, but what I do is I use my re-inkers, and I use this little tray. You could just use your glass mat, or really like a little tray, a little dish or something, and just any paintbrush. You could use a water brush too. And I take the re-inker and I put a couple drops down, and then I put my brush in some water, and then put some water in there and get a little water down, and then that's how I paint. So when I'm doing watercolor, so we're gonna use, it's Smoky Slate, Boho Blue, Copper Clay, Wild Wheat, Mossy Meadow, and Night of Navy. So that's the watercolor, or those are the re-inkers and the colors that I'm using for Take to the Sky. So if you wanted to pick any of those up, or if you wanted to look for alternatives, that's what I'm using. Okay, and it was, but it's good now. Okay, well, you guys just let me know if it starts to cut out really bad. Okay, it's Trish says, hi Jenna, I'll have to watch the replay. Power is out and I'm in the dark. Need to conserve my battery. Oh, Trish, okay. Stay safe. I hope that doesn't happen to us. Yes, it is. It's a little bit on and off. Okay, well, if it gets really annoying, you guys let me know. And we'll have to reschedule if it gets really glitchy. Okay, because I don't have... it's just storming, so there's not a lot I can do about it. Okay. The other coffee and cards is Latte Love, and it's going to be 5 cards. You'll get an entire roll of the polka dot trim, and I always forget what they're called, but they're the gems that go with the latte suite. Okay, so we'll make 5 of these, or we'll make 1 of each of these for 5 cards. Okay, and these are $45. Okay, this one's a cute slimline. And then this one is going to do faux watercolor, and I'm actually going to demonstrate how to make it if you're going to Christine's Stampin' Fun in the Sun. So I'm going to make something super similar to this card for Stampin' Fun in the Sun this weekend. So, okay, well, just let me know if it starts to cut out really bad, and we'll stop and reschedule, I guess. Okay. Well, let's get going then so we can make the cards, hopefully. And hopefully the power doesn't go out. Okay, so we're going to make the cards today. It uses this suite. It's page 42 and 43 of the new annual catalog. And, oh, someone gave me a thumbs down. I have a thumbs down today. That's funny. I have a thumbs down. Can't make everybody happy, I guess. Okay, let's see. And Pocket Thoughts dies, which I always forget what page Pocket Thoughts dies are on. 62. Okay, so it does have a stamp set that goes with it. I don't have the stamp set, I just have the dies. So it's 3 dies that make 3 different size pockets. Okay, so that's what we're doing today. And we're going to be doing some heat embossing. Oh, here's the stamp in the die set. Okay, it has some really cute dies. They're photopolymer. Really easy to stamp with. Oh, I didn't even pull out the colors. All right, let's pull out our colors. We will need crushed curry. We will need pretty in pink and melon mambo and blueberry bushel. And petunia pop, which if you don't have petunia pop, you can use berry burst or moody mauve. And if you have a really old one called rose red, you could use that one. I think we need Coastal Cabana. I don't remember if we used Summer Splash. We need Shy Shamrock. What else? Granny Apple Green, maybe? I don't remember, guys. I just did the PDF today, and I can't remember what colors I typed in it. So we'll pull in some more if we think we need them. But this is what I have. Okay. And then black. And we do need Versamark. And a black. And when I stamp sentiments, and I'm not going to die cut them out, I like to use VersaFine, and then we need our Versamark for heat embossing and our white embossing powder. Okay, so let's start with that. Christina says, I didn't like this suite until I saw your card. Oh, you're so sweet. I wasn't sure about it either, and I couldn't even order it until the catalog went live because as demonstrators we couldn't pre-order it, and so I picked it for like one of the first classes, you know, here in May of the new catalog period, and I didn't even know what I was going to do. So I'm glad it was cute, because if it wasn't, what would I have done, right? I don't know. So, okay, when you get a kit from me, every card is contained in its own envelope. So you'll get either a white envelope or a craft envelope. It just depends on what goes best with the card. So these ones I think all have white envelopes. And then on top of your white envelopes, you're going to have most likely one piece of black cardstock. I have 2 because I have the scraps for myself. But this is going to be for the sentiments for all of your cards. So if you'll notice, not these, but this sentiment here, and then these here, okay? So we're going to stamp those and heat emboss them and trim them out. They don't have dies. So we're just going to trim them out from our black cardstock, and you should have plenty, okay? So I think what we'll do is we'll probably do that first and get that out of the way, and then we have our sentiments pretty much ready for all the cards. So let's do that. So when I am stamping, particularly with these little stamps, I like to use my stamp positioner. So if you have the Stamparatus, the one that Stampin' Up! Used to have, you can use that. Otherwise, I like the Misty. So I'm going to put my paper in here. And then when you are heat embossing, you should always powder up your paper really well. So you use any sort of anti-static powder that you have. You can use, there's a little bag that Stampin' Up! Sells. There's a lot of things out on the market. So whatever you want to use, and don't be scared to use a lot of it. We can wipe it off. If you don't use enough of it, you won't be happy because your embossing powder will stick all over your cardstock, especially when it's black. You'll be able to see it. So use a lot of it when you're embossing on black. So we're going to do So Excited for You on one card, and then Thank You and For Being on another card. Okay, and I'm going to try to stamp these straight so that I can cut them out with my paper trimmer and not have to do a lot of work on getting them straight. I'm going to try to get them straight when I stamp them. I'm typically not very good at that, but we're going to try. Okay, so these are going to be stamped with your Versamark. And I like to stamp a couple times, so I will stamp once, and I'm not going to push too hard. I don't want to squish out those letters. That has a term, the squishing out of letters on a sentiment, and I'm not sure, the term always eludes me. But when your letters get kind of blurred because you stamp too hard, and I'm a heavy stamper, so that happens to me a lot. I am definitely guilty of that. Okay, so I have that stamped. I stamped it 3 times. It's probably more than enough, but want to be safe. And then I'm going to get my white embossing powder, which I keep in these little buckets. Just makes it easier for me. And then I have these little spoons that I got from Amazon. You get like 100 of them in a bucket, and they're like $3. So, and I'll sprinkle this on. Okay. All right, now if you have any stray pieces of embossing powder, you can take a fine tipped dry paintbrush and sort of brush them away and blow, and it will help get any of those loose particles off your cardstock. So you'll want to do that especially if you have black cardstock, because any extra pieces you leave on here, you will be able to see and you won't be happy. All right, let me plug in my heat tool and we'll melt our embossing powder here. I didn't plug it in ahead of time because I was charging my phone in case the power died. Okay. All right, it's gonna be loud. I'm gonna melt these, so give me just a second. Okay. All right, we will come back to heat embossing. We do it a little bit more when we get to one of the cards. Christina says, I want the Stamparatus, but I can't find it anywhere. Yeah, it's probably buried in your crafting supplies somewhere, right? That's what I do. I put stuff on top of stuff, and then I lose whatever I put underneath it for forever. So, all right, we're going to let this dry, or cool off, whatever it does. I don't really know. And then we're going to take like you can use a Swiffer, or this is just like a cloth, a cleaning cloth, and we'll just buff away the chalky look to it. Okay, so I'm going to let that dry. And let's continue. Let's do this card first because we'll do the rest of our heat embossing. Okay, so this card is the black card base. You'll have a white inside. Oh, there's 2 black card bases. Okay, well, it's the one with the 2 petunia pop pockets inside of it. Okay, so when you open it up, this is what it looks like. And we all might have slightly different DSP. Okay, so there's a lot of colors of DSP in this paper pack. It's a 6x6 paper pack that are super similar. Okay, so they'll all be very much alike. So we'll cut our paper. You'll have this extra to do whatever you'd like with. So we'll cut our paper together. But inside your black card base, you're going to have this glimmer leaf. That's from the dies. And you're going to have these glimmer hearts the dies, cut these out at the same time. Now, the die will cut this out after you stamp it with the stamp. You can stamp it and then die cut it out, but I wanted you to be able to have these and not have to have the stamp set to die cut them out. So I left them like this for you because you could put them on the card just like this without stamping on them. Okay, so I'll show you what that looks like. I did stamp on these and then die cut them out, but for the card we put together today, I'll just put them on the card, okay? Oh, Christina, you want to buy one? You don't have one. Yeah, I wonder if somebody sells them, if they still can sell them on eBay, or if you're not allowed to like sell that kind of stuff anymore. I don't know how that works. You're going to have 4 of these rectangle pieces that are pretty much identical, and I'll show you what we're going to do with them. We're going to stamp on 2 of them. You'll have 2 pockets. These are the little teeny pockets, and they come like pre-scored like that with these notches already cut out. They're perfect. So, and then you'll have your, this is die cut with the largest radiating stitches die, and then your white inside. Okay. And my white inside is goofy. Yours will be good. I pulled that out because I saw that it looked kind of goofy. So, we are going to burnish all of the score lines here on these things. So we'll bend our little pocket score lines back and this way. Now, in my experience, when I was making these cards, you could put tear and tape on these little tabs. It's pretty much exactly the width of tear and tape. The tear and tape did not hold it for me. I much preferred when it was held with glue. I felt like it stuck to the cardstock a lot better. I think the tear and tape would work really well if you die cut these from DSP, which we do for one of the cards. So I think that I will use liquid glue for this card and the other black card, and we'll try tear and tape for the one pocket that's made out of DSP. I think that will work best. Okay, let's do a little bit of stamping. So we're going to stamp best wishes. Best wishes. If you don't have those, you can stamp anything else that you want on this card. But this one's going to get the so excited for you. So it's going to be best wishes. So excited for you. Okay. And see, this is the one that I put on with tear and tape. See how it doesn't want to stay? And I think it's because it's just, the cardstock is so thick. Okay, so that's why we're going to use glue instead of tear and tape. So we need to stamp best wishes on these, or whatever other sentiments you want. So I'm going to pull out these stamps and put them away. Today finally felt like summer. It was like 87 degrees today, or it felt like 87, and it was really warm. So I was like, okay, summer has officially arrived, I think. Okay, so best pretty much fits on here perfectly, right in the corner there. And then in this corner, I think I'll do wishes. Right in the center. Okay. All right. So we're gonna powder again with whatever powder tool you like to use. And again, don't be afraid to use a lot. And then I'm gonna try not to touch this, but I want it to be in the corner. And then we'll use our Versamark again. Here's mine. So wishes and best. And this best is a really thick stamp. So I'm going to probably stamp it twice here. Oh, it looks really good the first time. I think I'm good. That looks great. Okay, I'm gonna use my tweezers. Hi, Julie. Welcome. I'm gonna use my tweezers to pull these out and hold them. And we will dip them in our powder and heat emboss them here. So let's see. That looks pretty good. Gotta find a dry paintbrush here. Okay. So I'm gonna get some of those straggler white pieces off. I gotta find a dry paintbrush. I have a wet paintbrush. Oh, now I have a big paintbrush. I need a little paintbrush. Okay, my paintbrush over here is full of paint. It might still work. Okay, so I'm gonna take my paintbrush and brush some of these straggling pieces of white embossing powder off and then blow. And it helps get rid of them. And honestly, mine are never perfect, and I'm okay with that. Okay. I'm trying not to touch where I want the embossing powder to be. Just where I don't want it to be. All right, that's good enough, right? All right, let's heat emboss these. Okay, now we'll let them sit and let the embossing powder dry or cool. I think it's cool, right? It needs to cool. Not dry. It's not wet. Becky, how do I order a card set from you? I'm loving the coffee set, please and thank you. Yes, Becky. I think that's coffee and cards. These 5. This one, this one, this one. This is the coffee and cards latte, and if you want to shoot me an email, Becky, it's hello@browndogcraftcompany.com. Just shoot me an email that you want to sign up for that class, and I'll need your mailing address, and then we can arrange payment for however it is that you want to pay. So you can mail, cash, or check, and you can pay via Venmo or Zelle or Apple Pay or any other way that works for you. Really, doesn't matter. Okay. So, and then once I kit the, I usually kit the class up all at once, and then I ship them out to you. So it'll be mailed right to your house, and you'll get a little notification when it gets shipped too. Okay. All right. So I'm just going to wipe the embossing powder off of these. Okay. And then we need to trim these ones out. So let's get our paper trimmer here, and I'm just gonna make them rectangles. Of course, I didn't stamp that one that straight, but that looks pretty good on that one. This one, I don't know, I guess I did pretty good. Looks pretty good. Okay, then we'll get this piece cut out. You could also use your scissors or a die, whatever you like. Okay, so there. Thank you for being a friend. And then this card that we're working on right now needs So Excited for You. Okay. All right. So Excited for You. Isn't it cute? Cute, cute. So Best Wishes and So Excited for You are this card. Okay, you're going to get ribbon in this kit, and it's all in one piece. So you will pull out just the amount that you need. And for these, we're going to need about, whoops, that's backwards. We'll need about 2 inches for each of these. So 4 inches total. So cut off 2 inches and then cut off 2 inches. So I'm going to do that too. Where's my ribbon? Here it is. I'm going to get my ribbon scissors and I'm going to cut off 2 inches and 2 inches again. Okay, so we'll have 2 little pieces. Isn't this ribbon so pretty? It's new and it's gorgeous. I love it. It reminds me of one that we had in the fall mini catalog, but this one's better. I can't remember what that one looked like because we used it all. It was less sheer. I think it maybe went with the Polar Bear Suite. Or maybe the Polar Bear Suite had that blue one. I guess I can't remember. Okay, so then we need our tear and tape. And we're going to take our best and our wishes. And we're going to flip them over and we're going to put tear and tape on the back of this right side here. Okay. And I am so low on my tear and tape, it's not even funny. Okay, I gotta find my take your pick tool. And what we're going to do is make a loop with our ribbon and make a sandwich, like what we do a lot of times with our ribbon on the front of a card. We're gonna do it on the back here. So we need 2 pieces weighting. And we're gonna just put the 2 ends of our ribbon together like this. And I'm gonna try to line them up right on top each other. And we're gonna put it right in the center of here. Okay, and then when we flip it over, only half of it is gonna be stuck to the tear and tape. So we have to adhere down this other piece. Okay, so it's gonna stick out just like that. See that? Make sense? Okay, and then we're going to do the same thing on this other one. Okay, so take your time and line it up the way you like it. Check your loops, make sure you like how the loops are going to match. Okay, so now we have 2. So these are our little pull tabs that are going to pull these out of our pockets. However, since they pull all the way out, I thought this was ugly. So that's where these 2 pieces come. We're gonna glue them on top of here. Now, the backer of tear and tape is 100% not sticky. It will not adhere to anything. So we're gonna peel off our backers and add some liquid glue here. And I'm not gonna add it too close to the edge because I don't want it to come spewing out. Okay, and then we're going to take this and line it up. Okay. So now the back is pretty. And the front is pretty. It's all pretty, right? Okay. Okay, and then these will fit right inside these little pockets. Okay. All right, pretty from the front, pretty from the back. Okay, if you wanted to put something heavy or put your reverse tweezers on them to help hold them down, you could do that too. Okay. All right, let's do our last bit of stamping on this card, which is the inside. And all I did was stamp a little high on the inside bottom right. And this piece of cardstock did not get cut nice for me. There we go. Okay, oh, I didn't pull any of my stamps out on blocks today. Okay, here it is, high. Now I'm going to stamp this in Petunia Pop, but if you don't have Petunia Pop, you could stamp it in Berry Burst. That would look really good. Or you could do Coastal Cabana or Summer Splash. or black. You could do black too, since we have black on the front of the card and the card base is black. So I just have hi. Okay. And we are now ready to glue everything together. Oh, we got to cut our DSP. Okay, so decide which part of your DSP you're going to use. I think I'm going to use like this section here. Okay, so as far as how tall it needs to be, which this is all in your PDF, it needs to be 4 1/4 tall. So since I want this way, I'm going to cut off this piece. I'm going to cut this at 4, like this, because this is what I want on my card. So I'm going to cut this at 4, save this, use it for whatever you'd like, and then it needs to be 2 7/8 inch wide. So 2 7/8 inch wide. This is also extra, okay? This is the piece that I'm going to put on my card. All right, now we can glue. Okay, so let's glue our inside down, and let's glue this onto our radiating stitches. I always want to call this color Calypso Coral. I don't know why. It is Coastal Cabana. It is 100% not a coral color at all, but my brain mixes the two together all the time. And you'd think eventually I would figure it out, but I don't. I'm going to glue this down, but I'm not going to put any glue on that outside because the radiating stitches the glue will seep through these cute little, whatever you call these, die lines, embossed. They're not embossed, they're die cut. Okay, and then this piece. I think I'm going to put the more green part up on top, and it nestles right in here. Okay. Okay. Now we're going to add our pockets. Our pockets are going to go right here and right here, and our little sentiment here is going to go right about there. Okay, so I'm going to glue the pockets because I think they need glue. The cardstock is just too thick to not use glue, I think. So I'm going to try not to use too much glue. I'll show you how much I'm using here. Let me get it on all these. Okay, so that's how much glue I have on here. Not a ton. Okay, now I'm going to put this, make sure the little notch is on the right, and I'm going to center it as best I can left to right, and that's maybe a little more than 1/4 inch away from the top. And then I'm going to hold on to this for a minute and maybe even put something heavy on it once I get this one down. So then this one's going to go just below it. Come on now. There we go. Okay. I'm going to take one of my blocks and just push down here. Okay. All right, let's let that settle for a minute. While we let it settle, let's get some dimensionals. And I think this needs minis. I cut it really little. I should be using my black dimensionals, but I'd have to get up to get those. Okay. All right, so this is going to go here. So excited for you. We're gonna take our little, I don't know what to call this, flourish, and I'm gonna add a little bit of glue, and I'm really just gonna add glue to the stem, like right in the center. I'm not gonna worry about the leaves. I think they're cute, kind of fluttering around anyway. But you could glue like the center, or you could glue the leaves down too. So it's gonna get tucked behind the sentiment here. Okay. Okay. And let's put some dimensionals on the back of our 4 hearts. So let's do a mini, and I already have the minis out, so I'll just use minis on all of them. Okay. Come on now. The minis are hard for me to get the backers off. My nails are too long. Okay. So these are gonna kind of like, they're like little conversation hearts. I thought they were really cute little, like, they reminded me of Valentine's Day. Those little sweet tarts, right? That's what I'm thinking of. And then we'll have best. Come on now. Gotta slide it into the pocket. Best. Now, if it doesn't fit very well, you can give it a little haircut. Okay, so if you don't like the way your best wishes or whatever you stamped on here fits, you can give them little haircuts. Okay, so like I think that's a little tight. So I'm gonna take my trimmer and trim just ever so slightly. You could use your scissors too. Trim just a hair off and see if that fits better. Much better. Okay, so best. Come on. Wants to get stuck on the inside there. Let's see. I have to cut this one a little bit too. Just cut wishes a hair too. All right, let's see if that's a little tighter or a little looser. Yes. Okay. Perfect. Okay. All right. Oh, and then our embellishments are these little guys. They are called iridescent faceted gems. And I have 3. We'll have a big and a little and a little. Okay. That is card 1. So excited for you. Best wishes. Okay. Isn't it cute? These pockets are so adorable. I love them. Okay. All right. Card number 1. Okay, let's go to the other one that has thank you for being us. So it's the other, oh no, it's not the black card base. It's the blueberry card base, the blueberry bushel. Okay, so in your card here, in your envelope, you'll have the blueberry bushel card base. You're going to have 3 little hearts, blueberry, daffodil, and there'll be a granny apple green one. Oh, which mine might have fallen out into the bucket that I had. Hold on, let me see if it's in the bucket. Here it is. in the bucket that I had these in. Okay, so the dies, cut these out. Right here, they're these. Cuts out 2 at a time. Okay, you're gonna have this now medium pocket die, which fits a gift card. This is the one that's a gift card size. Thanks, Julie. Okay, now this is the one that I think we can put tear and tape on because it is DSP, and I think it's a lot easier to work with and won't want to peel up from the card as much. You'll have this Daffodil Delight piece to put in here. Now you can put this in here, or you could leave it and put a gift card in here. Okay, I sort of just did this as a filler, but you could leave it or put a gift card. You're gonna have Friend die cut for you. You'll probably have to pop out your insides. I did not give you the little top to the eye. That would be too much. I feel like it would get lost and I couldn't keep track of it. So we're gonna put a gem there instead. You're gonna get a Granny Apple Green card front mat and then a white inside. Okay, so let's burnish our card. And the only stamping on this one is going to be on the inside and then on this little piece here. So I stamped, let's see, let's do some little hearts in Blueberry Bushel. I love Blueberry Bushel. It's one of my favorite colors and I don't use it very often. I don't know why, but I don't. I'm going to take these 2 little hearts. You can die cut them too. I'm going to stamp them right here. I love Blueberry Bushel. Okay, then I'm going to stamp on the little pocket here in my black, and I'm going to do my VersaFine, and I stamped Happy Birthday. Happy birthday. And I did stamp hearts too, so you could stamp the hearts on here. All right, let's see how this stamps. Pretty good. Okay, I'm gonna do, whoops, that's crooked. Do Happy Birthday. And the hearts. And I think I'll do the hearts in crushed curry. Clean them off quick. Okay. So then crushed curry. So crushed curry on daffodil. I'll do these little hearts. Okay, happy birthday. Okay, so I'm going to let that, I'm not going to touch that black because it takes a long time to dry. But we can go ahead and put the tear and tape on just our tabs. So this is the front pocket of my die. You could flip it over and do it the other way, I guess, if you wanted. But this is the front side of my pocket die. We're going to put tear and tape on these edges here. And it's okay if you get off the top and the bottom here because the tear and tape will fold back on itself. Just don't get any tear and tape on the actual front of the pocket. Don't get any on here. Okay. All right. Okay. All right, let's set that aside. Now let's cut our DSP. So you might have varying DSP. Yours might look like this, or it might look like this. Okay. Oh, you could use that side too. I really like this like radiating cardstock. It's super pretty. Okay, so it needs to measure 5 1/4 wide by 4 tall. So it's going to be 6. So, I mean, it's pretty, I'm liking this configuration here. So I'm going to do 5 1/4. And then I like this side, so by 4. Okay, so this is extra. You could put it on your envelope or the inside of the card if you want, wherever you would like it. Okay, and then I'm going to glue everything down. So the back of this will get glue, the back of this will get glue, and the back of this will get glue. Lots of glue. Right now, I'm almost out of glue, you guys. I need to order some very badly. It's like I place an order and then I'm like, oh, I forgot I need XYZ. Okay, so I know you can't see me, but I'm putting this on the inside of my card. I got glue everywhere. And here's my Granny Apple Green mat for the front. I love Granny Apple Green and Blueberry Bushel together. It's very summerish to me. Very summer feeling. And then I think I'll put this towards the top. Okay. Just like that. Okay, now we're going to put our pocket, it's going to go down here. It's going to go centered left to right, but it's going to go at the bottom because our thank you for being a will go at the top, which we can put dimensionals on. I cut these just a little bit too thin for the regular dimensionals. I got to do the minis. There we go. So I'm going to peel these backs off, even though we're not ready. Okay. Now I will peel the back of the tear and tape off, and we're going to fold over any extra tear and tape that's overhanging. I'll show you. Come on. Okay. All right, so if you look at this piece of tear and tape, I hope you can see that. It has tear and tape all over the place, like off the edges. We're going to fold that back onto itself. Okay. Just like this. Okay. All right, now this is tear and tape, so it does not have the wiggle room that liquid glue does. So we're going to eyeball this as best we can. You're going to fold these all in. They don't overlap, so you just have to kind of hold them together. So I'm going to hold the bottom and this side first, and we'll worry about the top in a second once we get the bottom down. So I want to center it left to right about 1/4 of an inch from the bottom. Okay, I think that looks good. And then I'm gonna carefully push this into place. Okay. I think that worked. Thank you goes up here. And then for being goes here. And then we're going to put friend here. Okay, so I'm going to use my reverse tweezers to help me hold this while I add glue. And I'm going to try to add not too much glue. Oh my goodness, got stuck to my glue. Come on, there we go. Try not to add too much. You could use fine tip glue. It's kind of like, or the precision glue. It's kind of like super glue though, and it doesn't dry like with a matte finish. It dries with kind of like a shiny finish. So it's not my favorite. Right, this is going to go right in the center. Okay, and remember the eye is going to be a gem. Okay, I'm going to go get a stapler because we're going to staple our ribbon on. Good boy, Milo. Good boy. Okay, so here's my stapler. And how much ribbon do we need? We need about, I'd say a little under 3 inches. And we're gonna fold it in half and staple it right to the center of here. Just like that. We're gonna staple it right there. Just like that. And then I'm gonna trim the ends a little. Okay, and then that goes into our pocket. And I'm going to give this a little haircut too. You'd rather have it be too big at first than too small because you can always take a little bit off, whereas you can't add any. My paper trimmer needs a sharpening. I'll take a pair of sharp scissors here. Got some fuzzies. Get those fuzzies off. All right, let's see how that goes. Better. Okay, so now this is the one where you can put a gift card in here if you'd rather have it be a gift card. So you could adhere the gift card to the back of this with some glue dots and it would pop right out. Okay, let's see if this one fits any better. It does a little. It's a little tight. Let me trim off a little bit more. Oh, my paper. Look at what I'm doing with my trimmer. My trimmer blade is dull, I guess. I'm going to try another one. If you have a sharp trimmer blade, you should be fine. I don't know why mine is so dull. Well, your sharp trimmer blade will work fine. All right, let me clean up these scraps. We'll try that again. Well, now mine's too small, but it still fits. Okay. Happy birthday, friend. Thank you for being a friend. And we need a gem. Gem, gem, gem. Gem, gem, gem. Oh, I didn't put a gem. I put a heart there. That's what we did. We did our 3 little hearts. We can't forget about those. So heart here. I'm going to do a heart here and a heart here. So I think I'm going to do green and blue and yellow. And I'm going to do this big one. No, the little. I don't remember what I put in your kit. If you have a big or a little. Okay. So thank you for being a friend. And then you could put a gift card right back there. Cute, huh? Easy. These pocket dies are just, they make it easy to make gift card pockets. And okay. All right, guys, 2 down, 1 to go. Let's go to my favorite. So this one is my favorite. And it uses the dies a lot. So these are all die cut. They remind me of brush strokes. So this one has a black card base, and then you'll have all these different brush strokes, and we're gonna lay them out and we're gonna do a little bit of ink blending on them. Now, if you don't have this stamp set, you can just use this friend just the way it is right now, okay? That's why I die cut it for you. You can stamp on this if you have this stamp set, and then, or you could stamp and die cut it out yourself also, okay? You're gonna have this little heart that's gonna go on the inside. Now you're gonna have this white piece and then your pocket, and this white piece here goes inside your pocket. Okay, and then you'll have your white inside mat. So I'm gonna keep this white piece with my pocket and set it up just away here. I'm going to burnish this, and let's stamp on the inside. So I stamped my little hearts again, and I'm gonna do it in Shy Shamrock. So let's clean these little hearts again. Thanks, guys. Yeah, they're very cute, easy cards. Like, they're not, I feel like this set is very modern and fun. And these cards, in my opinion, are minimalist. I don't do minimalist very well. I like extra. But for me, I feel like these are minimalist. I like a lot of everything on my cards. Okay, I want to show you how I stamped this friend. So if you're just going to put this on your card, you don't have to worry about this at all. If you're going to stamp and then die cut, you'll do this same thing. Or if you're going to try to stamp on the die cut that I gave you, you'll do this also. So let me put these best wishes. So there's this friend stamp. And you can simply stamp on a piece of paper and die cut this out. I'm going to see if I can, yeah, see, I can't get this to stay in the Misty. And I can't put a magnet on it. Come on, stay. It's totally not going to stay on that sticky mat. All right, I'm just going to stamp it on a piece of white and die cut it out. All right, this is a little dirty, but it'll work. Okay. So I'm going to stamp it two-tone. So I'm going to take two different colors, and the two colors are going to be Blueberry Bushel and Petunia Pop. So I'm going to take Blueberry Bushel and ink up the top portion of the stamp. Okay, and then I'm going to take Petunia Pop and ink up the bottom portion of the stamp. If you don't want your stamp pads to blend very much between the two colors, try to stop right before they touch. Okay, let me clean this up. Try to stop right before they touch, and then we're going to take a blending brush. Here's a purple one, and I'm going to go in between just over that line and just tap. Tap, 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 tap. And it's going to kind of mix the two colors together. Okay. And then I will stamp. Okay, and we have a two-tone sentiment here. Okay, isn't that cute? So now if you have if you don't have this stamp set, again, you can just put the white friend that I gave you in the card kit. This one here, you can just put that on the card. Or you could stamp and die cut any other sentiment that you have that you like. Okay? You definitely don't need this set to do this. All right, now the only other let's finish our last piece of stamping, which is going to be Miss You. It's this little teeny Miss You. And it's going to go on our Shy Shamrock little brush stroke, paint stroke, whatever this is, I don't really know. And you're going to want to have this, see how there's a straight edge and the rough edge? You want the rough edge to the right. Okay, so just like this. Oh, thanks, Pam. Yes, so that's how, when you use the blending brush in between your two colors, it really blends them together, so you get like an ombre effect, right? So you don't have to mix up your ink pads and by like contaminating them with the other color, but you still get a nice full stamped effect there. Okay, it's one of my favorite things to do. Okay, we're gonna stamp this with Miss You in our embossing ink and heat emboss with white embossing powder. So last time embossing today, and I'm gonna put it right in the center. Okay, Miss You. Okay, and white embossing powder. Thanks, Christina. Okay. Let's get that. Okay, and then we will, I almost tipped this whole bucket upside down to put onto the lid, you guys. That's about how my life goes. Okay. We'll heat emboss this. Now we're going to ink blend tone on tone. And if you don't have these exact colors, that is okay. We're going to do Petunia Pop onto the Petunia Pop. Oh, here, we got to lay them out right first. So they're going to go like this, and then we're going to go every other. So this one faces right, and then this one faces left, and then this one faces right, and left, and left, and right. Okay, so this is Melon Mambo, this is Pretty in Pink, this is Crushed Curry, this is Shy Shamrock, Blueberry Bushel, and Petunia Pop. And I'm going to ink blend the same color onto the bottom. Now, if you don't have these colors, I'll give you an idea of what to use. Okay, so on the bottom, which would be this side, I'm going to put some Petunia Pop. If you don't have Petunia Pop, you can use Berry Burst. That's a really good match. Otherwise, a little bit darker would be Blackberry Bliss. And if you are using the same color, it's okay to be heavy-handed because this is going to fade. It's not going to stay this dark. Okay, and now I'm using a glass mat, but you could use a piece of scratch paper. Just make sure you wipe your surface off if you're using a glass mat. Okay, now Blueberry Bushel. If you don't have Blueberry Bushel, you could use Pacific Point, you could use Azure Afternoon, Misty Moonlight, or Night of Navy. Oh, or Starry Sky would look pretty too. So this is going to go on the bottom, which is this side. Okay, and I'm going to get super inky doing this. Okay, so there's Blueberry. Oh my goodness, I'm so inky. All right, this is Shy Shamrock, which if you don't have Shy Shamrock, you could use Summer Splash, Lost Lagoon, Coastal Cabana, or even Pretty Peacock. Shy Shamrock. It's gonna go on the bottom, so below the Miss You. I'm literally turning my nails blue. Let me try this. Oh, sorry, my head's in the way. I'm trying not to turn my nails blue. Okay, or green, whatever color I'm doing. All right, and then crushed curry. If you don't have crushed curry, you could use pumpkin pie, peach pie, or old colors would be bumblebee, mango melody, so saffron. You could use daffodil. Remember, we're ink blending on the bottom. This one needs kind of a lot. The color blends really nicely with the cardstock, so. Okay, and then Pretty in Pink, which if you don't have Pretty in Pink, you can use any pink, any light pink. And then for the Melon Mambo at the top, you could use any dark pink. And since I'm gonna go from light pink to dark pink, I'm gonna use the same blending brush, and I'm not even gonna wipe up my glass mat. And Melon Mambo. And Melon Mambo, you'll kind of want to use a lot too, because it's a really dark cardstock. Okay. All right. Now, as you can see, the colors have really settled in. So that's why you shouldn't be afraid to use too much. The colors do really settle in to the cardstock once they dry back a bit. Okay. All right, these are going to go on the front of our pocket, but let's glue, oh my gosh, I'm so blue. Let's glue our inside in the card. And then we'll do our pocket next. And our pocket is from white, and it really needs to be burnished. And then it really needs to be glued because it does not want to stay with tear and tape. It's just too thick. Okay, so this is going to get glued right to the center of our card front. Whoops. So I'm going to put glue on the back of these tabs. Okay. So I have glue on these 3 tabs. And it's going to go, make sure you have your card base the right orientation. And it's going to go right in the center. And it is liquid glue, so we have some wiggle room. And now we're going to put some heavy stuff on it. So for me, that's 2 big F blocks. Okay. All right. So we'll give that a minute to stick down. Let's see, I'm going to die cut my friend here. Oops, I dropped something on the floor. I don't know what that was. All right. So that's lined up pretty good. And we're going to do a little bit more stamping, and then all we have to do is add our little, I want to call them brush strokes to the card. I don't know what they're, I mean, I think they're meant to be like little painting pieces, but I guess I'm not entirely sure. All right, let me get this out. Okay, friend. All right, that's cute. Thanks, Jean. Okay, all right, that I think is stuck down pretty good. Okay, so that will go here over all of these little pieces that are going to get, you can either do dimensionals or you can do strips of foam. So I'm going to do some foam strips here and I'm going to cut them. That one's way too long. Now I will say I'm trying to use up these foam strips that I have. They are from Amazon and they're really old and the backers don't peel off very well. So we'll see how this goes. I misplaced my Stampin' Up! Ones. I don't know where they are. I'm sure they're in a pile of things here. I have a few piles going right now. I really hate piles, but I can't seem to not make them. So my little strips, they come in like a pretty little, like flat package of strips. Like it's like a thin bag. And they got buried somewhere. I don't know where. So I need to order new ones next time I order. Okay. All right, well, this isn't too terrible. It's not taking quite as long as I thought. All right. So right before I went live, I had to go upstairs. I was like a minute late because I went to go put on my sweatshirt, and the sweatshirt that I'm wearing, which I decided to still put on, I just picked it up and moved it onto my chair over here, and I haven't been down here much all day today. And when I went to go put my sweatshirt on, after just setting it on my chair, there was a spider, and I don't think it was on the sweatshirt really. I think it was on the chair, but I had to go. Okay, we're going to add these to the card front, okay? And make sure that your dark part that you ink blended is pointed down. Okay, so we're going to start with Melon Mambo. So I'm pretty sure that the spider wasn't really on my sweater very much. Okay, then Pretty in Pink. I'm pretty sure it was on the chair. So anyway, I went upstairs, then Crush Curry. I went upstairs because I had to go get the little vacuum that I use to suck up bugs because I am in the basement, so there are bugs. All right, this is our Shy Shamrock piece. There are bugs down here. It's just part of life. And then Blueberry Bushel. So anyway, I was a couple minutes late because I had to take care of that. And then this is our Petunia Pop. Okay. And then our friend is going to go Miss You, Friend. Okay. Then we're going to do a little bit of stamping on the inside little pocket that's going to go in this little pocket die that we have. And we're going to use second generation stamping. Pamela says, I'm terrified of spiders. Me too. I really don't like them. But you know what? I put the sweater back. I put the sweater on for a couple reasons. One, because I'm cold. Two, I just washed it, so I don't really want to wash it again. And three, I don't think the spider was really on it. I mean, I guess it sort of was. I'm just telling myself that the spider was underneath it. Okay? It wasn't on top of it. Okay. All right, we're going to get a piece of scratch paper. Here we go. And I'm going to pull out a whole bunch of colors. And this stamp, where'd my stamp sets go? This stamp, it's like this paint thing. Okay. and my block that it fits on. And we're going to do second generation stamping, and we're going to do it in the same order of colors that we have the stripes on the front of the card. Okay, so whatever ink you use for the front is what you're going to use for the inside. Now, if you don't have this stamp set, you could use flowers and repeat them. You could use a sentiment and repeat it. Anything that you want. So I'm going to do Melon Mambo, Pretty in Pink, Crushed Curry, Shy Shamrock, Blueberry Bushel, and Petunia Pop. And in between, I'm going to clean off my stamps. My stamp, the same one. We use the same one. I can never open this thing. I always open it the wrong way. There we go. And let me get everything out of the way. Don't have a big enough space, apparently. Okay, so I'm going to spray some more stamp cleaner onto here. Okay, so this is our little piece in all of this that we're stamping on. So we're going to start with Melon Mambo, and I am going to ink up, and then this is going to be second generation. So that means I stamp off, and then I'm going to stamp right in the center here at the top. Okay, and clean and dry. And then I did the stamp this way. I'm going to flip it 180 degrees and stamp it this way. That is going to be in Pretty in Pink. Stamp off. Stamp. Okay, clean. And rotate 180 again. This is Crushed Curry. Stamp off. Oh, there's a dog hair in that. Let me clean it. Dog hair. All right, let's try that again. Crushed Curry. Stamp off. And stamp. And clean. Rotate, and we're on to Shy Shamrock. Ink. Stamp off. Oh, there's a dog hair. So much dog hair. Stamp. Clean. Rotate. Blueberry Bushel. And last, but certainly not least, Petunia Pop. Okay. Clean that while we're at it. I'm going to clean my others here while we're at it. Okay, this is going to get Love You in black. Okay. All right. Put these away and pull out my black. It's going to get Love You. All right. Black. Where's my stamps again? Here they are. Love You. And that Love You is going to be in between the two pinks here. Okay. And we're going to add our little white heart over it. So I'm going to let that dry for a minute. Here was Love You, Miss You, Happy Birthday, pie and our little paint splash. Okay, I know, isn't it adorable? I love it. I love it. Okay. All right, our little heart, it's oh so teeny here and delicate in the white right here. This little guy is gonna go right here. Okay, so let me get some glue, and then we'll add our ribbon and our gem, which we just do one gem. Okay, right here. Love you. Oops. And I want to let that dry before I put it in the pocket because I don't want it to stick. We don't want to glue it in the pocket. Okay, so then we need our last little bit of ribbon. It's probably about 3 inches. And we're going to fold it in half. Let me put this spool back. Oh, it's almost empty. Okay, we're gonna fold this in half. So our 2 ends are over here, and we're gonna staple this right here. Okay, right in the center there. It works if you have a craft stapler, which I do. I just don't know where. Okay. All right, and then we're gonna get a gem here. Where are my gems? I have misplaced my gems. They have walked away. I have no idea. Maybe that's what fell. Oh, my gems are literally right here. Oh, you guys, it's been a really long day. It's been a really long day. Okay. This is the eye. The little eye right here. Okay. It's been a long day. Okay. All right. Our pocket should be dry. Our inside is finished. You want to make sure this is completely dry before you insert it into your pocket. Okay, let me see if it needs a haircut. It does. It needs a slight haircut. I'm gonna trim a little bit there and a little bit here. Okay. Look, my trimmer cuts that paper fine. The daffodil paper must be extra, like heavyweight. Okay. There we go. That fits a lot better. And mine's not completely dry, so I don't want to slide it in yet because it's going to stick. I'm going to use the one that's already dry from my sample card. Okay, because it's already dry. All right, miss you, friend, and love you. And you can write your message here, or you can write it on the back, or you can put a gift card on the back here. Lots of options. Okay, guys, those are our 3 cards. Here we have number 3, number 2, and let me find number 1. Here's number 1. Okay. Which one is your favorite? I'd like to know. You tell me. I'm going to clean up a little bit, and you can tell me which one your favorite is, and I will get Milo. It must have stopped storming upstairs. Otherwise, I think we would have noticed on the live stream here. Good boy, Milo. Good boy. Good boy. All right. let me know which one your favorites are. And I'll flip the camera and then we'll talk about what's coming up next. And you can all say hello to Milo. Thank you, Pamela. You can all say hello to Milo Bear. He's anxiously awaiting his snacks, of course, because that's what he does. My favorite, definitely all three. Aw, Christina, you're so nice. You're so nice. Jennifer says, I love them all, but the last one is my favorite. Mine too, Jennifer. That's my favorite. I love this one. Love it. I like the colors on this one, the green and the blue. And this one, I love the petunia. That's my favorite in color. My favorite new in color, I should say. Angelique says, last one is my favorite, but love all three. Thank you. Yeah, let me get Milo over here. Pamela says, it was beautiful here in Michigan today, but was supposed to get the storms tomorrow. Oh, you're supposed to get storms tomorrow. I think we are too. I think it's supposed to storm and hail and do something else tomorrow. I don't even know. It was nice here, but super hot. Oh, we don't need me twice. It was super hot today. So, all right, let me get Milo. I'm glad you guys like these cards. I like them too. All right, Milo Bear. You want your snack? Yeah, you know. You know. Hi, Elaine. Welcome. Oh, thanks, Pamela. Okay, Milo, come here, bud, so I can see you. Oh, yes, good boy. Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy? You are, huh? Yes, you want your snacks? Oh, yes, snacks for a good puppy. Snacks for a good puppy. Can you shake? Can you sit? Okay, can you shake? You slide out when you shake? I know. Okay, good boy. Good boy. Good boy, Bubby. Good boy. All right, guys, that's what I have for you. Let's look at the calendar because I told you 2 different classes were next, and I don't know which one actually is next. So let's look. Whoops. Oh, Elaine, you're fine. Just watch the replay whenever you have time. Not a problem. Okay, let's see here. It's June 4th. We're doing the May Fun Fold class. Whoops. And next is the bundle class. So the Mediterranean Blooms, which uses the citrus bloom stamp set. That's the class that's next. It's June 15th. I think that's a Saturday. Right now it's scheduled for 12:30. I'll let you know if the time changes. I never know until a couple of days before when my kids have their sports games. So we may have to move the times and the days around a bit this summer. I know if you've been watching, you already know that. I've said that lots. I just want to make sure everybody knows that we may be moving the dates or the times a bit around on the classes, but everything will still happen. And as always, if you can't catch the live, you can always catch the replay. It's always available. It'll live here on YouTube forever. I will never take it down. So let me think. Oh, I'm kitting up Bright Skies right now. Mediterranean Blooms is ready. It's going to go out in the mail. So if you want Mediterranean Blooms, let me know. That's the bundle class. It's $25. We make those 4 cards. So let me know if you want that one. The Bright Skies gets an entire roll of, let me show you what it gets. It gets an entire roll of Summer Splash. And these Dots for Days, you'll get a whole package of these. These are so fun. I love these. They're like a milky, opaque consistency, little pearl. They're adorable. And then the DSP that I use is the new patterned 6x6 paper. And I don't remember exactly what they call it, but I'll show you what it looks like. and it's in the Brights collection. So here, let me turn this off. I think it might, I know it's darker, but I think you can see these colors better without that big light. So you won't get a full pack of this, but you will get all of the pieces that you need to make your 9 cards for the Bright Skies monthly subscription class, and you will get extra. Okay, so it's in 4 different patterns and all the Brights colors. So we use the Brights when designing this class. So I couldn't pick a current DSP that goes with Bright Skies. Bright Skies coordinated with a celebration paper back from, was that January and February? And I just don't have enough of it left anymore to use it for another class. I think we actually used it for a monthly subscription class in like January or February, so I didn't want to use it again anyway, but we used it all up, so I don't have any left, just a teeny bit. And I have like the cherries left from it. If you remember, there was a cute cherry pattern there. So okay guys, well, I think that's all I have for you for tonight. Thanks for sticking around. It's always fun for fun fold classes. You never know how long they're going to take. Sometimes they're really short and sometimes they're really long. So next month's fun fold is the Friendly Fins Faker Shaker cards, and those I haven't started to kit those ones up yet, so plenty of time to sign up for those. Always the sooner you can sign up the better, so that I can plan ahead and make your kit for you when I'm making all the kits for class. So it's just me here, so I like to try to plan and organize everything together so that when I get all the supplies out, I can make everything that I need and then package it all up and get it on its way to you. So that would be super helpful if you could let me know, even if you don't pay right away. That would be super helpful if you let me know that you want to sign up for the class, okay? Because then I can count you when I'm getting ready to kit up and when I order supplies. So what happens is I design the cards, and then I go and place an order for whatever I need, whatever supplies I need to make the kits for that class that you guys are purchasing. So, you know, if I run out of something, I can still get you a kit. It just might come a little bit later because I'll have to place an order for whatever that thing is that I ran out of, and it's still totally doable, just might take a little bit of time. So that's a little behind the scenes how that works. In Color Club, I just ordered everything on the 1st for In Color Club, which this month is Summer Splash. So those of you who are signed up for In Color Club, thank you. And once I get that shipment, it hasn't shipped yet, but once I get that shipment, I will repackage it up and send it off to you, usually toward like the mid to the end of the month. So usually like 2 days after I get it, I'm sending it out to you. So really quick turnaround on that. Otherwise, as always, you guys can get a hold of me at hello@browndogcraftcompany.com. You can download a copy of the current schedule online. That's all I have for you guys. So I hope you have a great rest of the week. I hope wherever you are in the country, it is summer for you and you get to get outside and enjoy the weather and take your dog for a walk, or your cat, whatever it is you take for a walk, your kids, that you get out and enjoy the weather. So have a great night, guys. I will see you. I won't see you till the 15th. That's 11 days from now. Holy cow. I'm not used to going that long without seeing you guys. So maybe I'll pop in here or there. Otherwise, we'll plan to meet for class, the bundle class on June 15th. All right? Okay, thanks, guys. Have a great night. Take care. See you later. Bye.